There's so much to see and enjoy in Maryland, especially in Annapolis, our state capital. Gail Watkins of Commuter Connections recently visited Annapolis for a look at some of the fun and exciting things to do there.
There's so much to do in this great city of Annapolis, the state's capital, from various restaurants to the historical attractions. And we're joined here by Connie Del Signor, the president and CEO of Visit Annapolis. Hi, Connie.
Gail, we're delighted to have you in this beautiful city. Welcome.
Thank you. So tell us about Visit Annapolis.
Well, our sole mission is to bring visitors to Annapolis and Anne Arundel County for several reasons. One, on average, they spend about $530 per person per day, which adds up to about $3 billion a year in Anne Arundel County. And they delight in seeing this attraction. That creates jobs for people, 30,000 jobs throughout the county.
Excellent.
So that's our sole purpose, bringing new money into the city.
What would you say, outside of the being the state capital, what is the most historic significance of this great city?
Well, there are actually several things, and of course, yes, we are standing here on Lawyers Mall, right in front of the State House, which is the State House in longest continuous use in the country, and then facing the Senate building, House of Delegates building. So a lot of history takes place right here where we're standing. But in addition to that, George Washington resigned his commission right in the State House as well.
Yeah.
And when the Treaty of Paris was ratified, it was signed in Paris and ratified in Annapolis. They walked down the steps and the cobblestone and brick steps into little restaurants downtown to celebrate with a beer right after that.
Wow,
so you can see where
amazing.
The history ties into the restaurants and the community of which you're speaking.
What's the #1 attraction here in Annapolis?
The U.S. Naval Academy, of course. It sits right in the historic district near City Dock, which is our harbor. And you can get on the yard. People are surprised by that. But you can see the midshipmen. You can dine in the hall or at the Naval Academy Club. You can see the Smithsonian Quality Museums.
Wow.
You can have a wedding there.
Oh, wow.
It's just phenomenal.
That is nice.
Yeah, people
How about-
love touring it.
How about the second most?
Well, probably the historic district itself. We have lovely old homes, brick-lined streets you can walk on, and restaurants and shops on Maryland Avenue and Main Street that are separate attractions all in themselves. And we have a Banneker Douglas Museum, for example, which is really an important and beautiful museum. People love to tour. It's very interactive. So those are right in the heart of downtown. You leave your car and you just walk around.
How many people visit Annapolis annually?
Well, there are about 6 million people who come to Anne Arundel County.
Wow.
Many of them say their first stop is in the city of Annapolis, the state capital. So there are several million people a year.
That is amazing. What are some of the other attractions that our viewers should be aware of?
Well, you need to get on the water. That is one of our focal points at the harbor. So either you're going to dine along the water, waterfront dining, or you're going to rent a kayak or charter a boat.
Oh my.
But you need to make sure you get on the water. It's delightful. Wednesday nights throughout the summer, we have sailboat races where you can either enter the races or you can watch them from the shore. We have festivals and events that go on throughout the year. And of course in the spring boat shows, and in the fall we have the largest in-water boat shows in the country. Always something going on.
That's awesome. So for people who are looking for a weekend or a week here, what are the lodging options?
We have every hotel brand you can think of. So if you're a Marriott fan or a Westin fan or so on, we have beautiful hotel properties. We also have special historic inns. And a lot of people use those when they have a special anniversary, wedding, birthday. So lots of choices.
That's awesome. Are there tours, professional tours?
There are tours. Many of them come right out of the Visitor Center, which is on West Street, downtown Annapolis.
Okay.
You can start your tour there, sign up for a walking tour, a trolley tour. There are costumed docents and guides who will take you around in period.
Okay.
So that's always a lot of fun.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
So let's see, the last thing, how do people get here?
You can get here very easily, especially from Baltimore on bus number 14. We have no problems with transportation.
The
There's also
Maryland Transit, MTA?
Maryland Transit, yes,
Fantastic,
MTA,
fantastic.
and Annapolis Transit, of course. So easy access. We're only a few minutes away.
Connie, thank you so much for sharing information about this great city of Annapolis.
Gail, it's always my pleasure to do that. Glad to have you, and come back again soon.
Thank you.
Coming up next, a look at the Preakness. Stay with us.